When you do makeup videos and tutorials and your bestie who's watched all your videos and tutorials says to you, oh, but I don't know how to do blush. And then you notice she's tried, but there's this straight line running across her face when you go out with her. You want to help her. You feel like a personal failure because you couldn't help that one person who should be an expert after watching all your videos not know how to do makeup. You're going to do a tutorial and you're going to do your best to do those 101s of basics of makeup. And this is where we are. Today we're going to do the basics of doing a blush. I have done my base makeup. I've got my foundation and a little bit of bronzer and contour on my face, and my eye makeup is done and my lip is done. I would not apply the blush directly. I would apply the blush on the back of my hand. The brush I would use would be lightly angled, lightly built, not too dense like the foundation brush, because you want a little bit of that flow and mildness to it. You don't want an intense look. I take the blush on the back of my hand, coat the bristles with the blush so there's no intensity in the brush, and then just build it in. So this is how I would go. I would go halfway from my eyeballs and then just build it up. So I'd go all the way to my temples. Can you see how there is no stark lines and the blush is just blended well? And you can apply this on the tip of your nose, which I do as well because I like that little bit of brightness that comes on the face. Now that you've applied your liquid blush, you would go in with your liquid concealer. So this is the Tarte Shape Tape in the shade Agleam. I would use a brush like this, which is much smaller, much densely built, so that the concealer is evenly coated, and then just blurring out all the edges of my blush, just here as well. Now there's some bronzer underneath it. I will do a tutorial on the bronzer later. Now that you've applied your concealer, then go with your blush brush again and just blur out the edges so there are no sharp stark lines. Take your powder blush. This is the YSL one. Take a little bit, coat it on the back of your hand, evenly coat your brush, and then place it on top of that liquid brush, and your blush would last for the whole day and it wouldn't move at all. The last thing I would do is apply some powder where I applied concealer. This is the Vanilla & Co translucent powder. Oh my god, this is so good. I got this from Korea and I was so enamored by the finish and how long my makeup lasted. I'd also sometimes, if the blush is too much, I'd go on top of my blush with the translucent powder. Setting spray. And that is the finished look. Look how that blush is so seamless. It does not have defined lines and it looks so good, like almost like a natural blush on your face. Basically, it's about technique, and the more you practice, the more you get better at it. You can watch me, you can watch 10 other influencers, but you're never going to develop your technique or skill without practicing. With makeup, practice makes it perfect. So keep doing it when there is nothing else to do. I would rather learn some new skills, watch some new videos, and learn how to do this on my own face. That's how I learned how to do makeup. I hope you guys found this video helpful. Please do like, share, and subscribe to my channel.